you better believe there's a haiku coming. You've earned it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Friends defeat gnome things. Maker also made Prince of Ruin. We did not tell him that we have his head. Also, we took a jamming device that may prove.
It's 10 years ago, and you're icing your bruises and tending to your wounds back under the stars after being kicked out of the inn back in Juniper. You're pretty beat up, but in fairness, you sent many more of them to the apothecary, and they definitely had it coming. Grumpo casts Move Earth to create a hole in the ground, and then create water to forge a makeshift pool for Blurg to submerge in before sitting down wearily.
Thank you for this puddle of water, Grumpo. I find it's very easy on the wounds, as you know.
Well, since we can't be staying in luxury tonight, I thought it's the least I could do.
Margaret kicks her boots off and sits down and sticks her feet. And you don't mind, do you, Blurg, if I just...
As usual, no.
Suck me. Corns. Okay, great.
I didn't hear the rest of that, but I suppose I have now agreed.
Yeah.
So, let's get this terrible business started.
Jump strips down completely naked and just eases himself into the side. Oh, you don't mind, do you, mate?
Let me... have you finished the sentence?
Yes.
Okay, no, I do not mind.
Because my penis is really... I mean, thanks.
Here is him sucking on them corns in a sound effect that I, for one, can't wait to hear. God, Goodman's committed to Foley.
Anyway, the only wound that I'm worrying about, Blatt, is the wound of a job well done. We really killed all those fools, didn't we?
We did, and they certainly deserved the deaths that we dealt.
Yeah.
We can feel very good about the justice delivered. Hey, do you know how we've been looking for a name for the band? I thought about how fond we all are of justice.
We do love it. So why we could call ourselves something like...
The Supremes.
Yeah.
The Grumpo Duclaw Appreciation Society.
Metallica.
Wait. Double Metallica.
Double Metallica is extremely good.
Justice Metallica.
The first album could be called And Justice for All, and everyone would love it better than all of the others.
And then Master of Justice, and then the Black Justice.
And then Ride the Justice.
And then Ride the Justice.
Which should be fair.
Ride the Justice is good.
And then Saint Justice, and everyone's going to think we've gone weird and sold out and old, but it won't matter then, because we'll be rich.
Because we'll tour only on weekends. Fuck yeah.
I've just realised I don't know enough about Metallica. So how about instead we call ourselves S Club Justice?
Maybe we could just have our own names for the band and we all scream them at the same time whenever we're on stage.
Great. I'm on board.
The shirts people wear will reflect which member they like.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I feel really good about what we did to those absolute fools in the bar.
Oh, yeah, they had it coming.
Yeah?
They were mean.
Anyway, back to the band.
I have very positive feelings about this band. I think it may just be the making of us.
That's just my penis.
Back in the present, you have left the robot-strewn wreckage of Keaton Orchards behind you as you stroll under the arched entry gate to Juniper.
Oops.
The last time you were here, you left under hostile circumstances, but that was 10 years ago. Surely things are different now.
I can't hear you say the phrase 10 years ago.
That was 10 years ago, guys. A lot's changed. I'm pretty sure everything's going to be different now. I died. I came back. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
No, you should tell us about it sometime, Jump.
I thought that happened to Morik.
No.
No, he just died inside.
Oh, yeah.
For reasons we haven't yet been able to ascertain.
A mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By which I mean a mirror.
My most solemn promise is to procure Morik a mirror, and I intend to keep it.
Oh.
Also, something to do with Grumpo.
Okay, GM Sarah, we want to go find a mirror. Just the four of us.
Great.
Can this be the episode, please?
Yeah, okay. Just let me rip up some pages.
I'm going to log off.
Mirror Quest 2.0 starts now. But as you approach a mirror shop near the centre of the town, there is something resplendent and eye-catching scratching that definitely wasn't here the last time you passed through. On a plinth in the center of the main square stands a gold statue of a dignified and proud-looking sheep.
I love sheep.
Of course.
Where there would normally be a plaque explaining the meaning behind this extravagant statue, there is instead a simple sign that says, "Do not touch."
Ah, that'll be the name of this legendary sheep.
Donut touche.
Donatish.
Okay, now is this a sign saying do not touch this specific statue or don't touch sheep in general?
Or
Because
don't touch the sign that says do not touch.
Oh my god.
True, they didn't write "don't touch" on the statue. Should we all touch it?
Metza Isa is correct. There's a great deal to think about with this. I suggest we contemplate the sign and the sheep separately.
Can I lend some insight onto the statue?
Yeah, go ahead.
is any of it made of stone? Because then that gives Jen an advantage.
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
true.
Is it any of it made of stone?
No, it's made of gold. It's made of gold.
Not even the plinth it's standing on.
What if she throws stones at it?
Gold's just fancy stone.
Excuse me.
Gold is a type of stone, isn't it?
Shut up.
I rolled a nat 20. I'm touching it.
Are you touching it, Marek?
Yeah.
11 on insight, so...
Are you rolling insight on the plinth or the statue itself?
Is the plinth made of stone?
Yes.
Yes, I will roll it on the plinth instead because I get to add double proficiency. That's actually a 17.
Great. The plinth is of different craft to the statue. You can tell the plinth was made after the fact. It's not as high.
Is it a good plinth?
It's a good plinth, but you
good.
can tell that the craftsmanship behind the statue is completely different.
Is it a dwarven plinth, though?
No.
Dwarven made plinth?
No.
Not a juniper, mate.
Well, plinth's all right, guys, but
Not exactly dwarven.
no, could be better.
But
3 stars.
Mike, you touched the statue.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20. I did touch the statue.
Oh no.
Is that what that means? And not the wisdom to know not to touch it.
Am I going to burst into flame?
No, just give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, no.
I was gonna die.
Shit yourself.
Again. See if you're wise enough to not shit yourself.
A 15.
A 15. Okay. You are drawn to this statue. This statue is the best thing you've ever seen.
Yes.
Better than mirrors?
It's my new mirror.
My new high.
Morik, to you, this statue is better than mirrors.
Oh, all right.
Oh my god.
And as
I'm
you
hugging it.
as you admire the craftsmanship of this fine statue,
Plinth.
you see someone try to beckon you over.
Oh.
Christian, can you please introduce us to your character?
There's a big Goliath who is wearing an entirely white wool skirt around his waist, and covering his areolas on his chest are golden leaves.
Oh.
And he's just waving so happily.
I wave back.
Friends, we should investigate this jolly fellow.
Do we see the... Or is it just Morik at this stage?
You all see this Goliath
Okay.
waving at you.
I imagine everyone except Morik sees it, considering.
I have my face in a sheep.
Now, he looks happy. I've got a pretty good feeling about him, which actually generally means we need to murder him right away.
Yeah, I'm suspicious.
I'm willing to test that a few more times before we really commit to that approach, but
All right.
let's nevertheless investigate this fellow. And by investigate, I, as always, mean befriend.
Can I roll another insight? Is he made of stone? 4.
Yeah, he's made of pure granite to your
Amazing.
mind. This man is made of the same material as the plinth, as far as you can tell.
I grab Jump by the arm and I'm like, he's made of... Have you seen that? He's made entirely of stone.
Really, Maggie? That's fantastic.
Incredible.
That's brilliant. Hey, do you know what?
Yeah.
Do you know what?
What?
And he pulls out a twig that he's got in his pocket and goes, "This is for you, Maggie, and you need to look after this, all right? You just keep yourself busy.
And she rolls her eyes. I'm not falling for that.
Not again."
You can't trick a trickster.
Gilman, get your sound effect ready because Blair jumps over to the friend, the new friend, I think.
Yes.
Hello there, stranger. My name is Blur of the Justice Loving Friends. These are the Justice Loving Friends.
We wave.
AKA double Metallica.
Well, that was a very early draft. I've not thought about that in about 10 years.
Well, Well, I've been thinking a lot about what's been happening to me recently. Like I died. Hey, my new friend.
10 years ago.
Sorry for staring at you just for a second back there. We've got a stone-obsessed friend.
Boundary issues.
Yeah. And nose. And I touch Blur's head. I ruffle his head.
Stand there for a minute.
Got a 15. Yes! Anyway, friend. Who are you? Never seen your face before. Around these parts.
This Goliath is just still waving. He says, "Hey, my name's Yerbert. Nice to meet you.
Yerbert.
Yerbert Sloppins." And he holds out his hand.
Yerbert?
Yeah, Yerbert.
Yerbert. Am I saying it right?
It is a pleasure to meet you, Yerbert Sloppins. And Blair doesn't shake hands because of the whole skin poison thing, but he quickly, smacks your palm with his tongue.
Wow. I like that.
I
like weird handshakes. You got a good one.
It is hard to replicate, but many have tried.
Can Margaret go for a handshake as well? She wants to feel the stone.
Let's find out what you really are.
Get to the bottom of this.
Find out what you're made of.
He's just
literally.
standing there with his hand out, waiting for everybody to touch his hand.
Each one in their own new way.
I rolled a 3 for perception. Can I tell it's not stone?
No, surprisingly, you can't.
Those are some real calluses, or you're made entirely of granite, and I know which one I want.
In a sexual way.
Jump! I'm married. I'm sorry.
Twirling your hair.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you. What are you guys doing here?
Well,
Oh, you know.
a minute ago we were just touching the sheep, and I point to Morik over there. He's the one that everyone likes to fuck. But now, I mean, you're here, so, I mean, we were talking to you. Is that all right?
Yeah. Are you talking about that golden sheep? Have you drank the milk? Have you accepted the milk and the love of the golden sheep?
What? What?
I have.
Milk from a gold. Oh, hey. Oh, nice.
I'm still over at the sheep.
There's very little at this stage that Mark has not done with the sheep.
Gumming the golden teats. Yeah, we cut back and Morik's just underneath it.
Mark's lying next to it with a cigarette. It's all...
Yeah, it's been and
It's all
gone.
gone on whilst we were... It's all done. It's over.
Well, our good friend over there was just drinking his courage, but we are yet to, my friend.
Well, if you accept the milk of the golden sheep, you're going to have a better life, man.
Yeah?
We could certainly do with a better life, each of us.
Speak for yourself.
Ever since I accepted the milk of the golden sheep, I've been so happy. Everything's just gone right for me.
You seem very happy. At what stage did you acquire these leaf-shaped pasties over your...
I found them down by the river a couple weeks ago.
Was that before or after the milk?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't even really remember when I accepted the milk of the sheep, but I guess it could have been... Wow. Yeah, I've had a long life. It could have been at any point, really.
Yeah, right.
Wow. So it may well have helped.
Were you called Yerbert before or after? Sorry, I had to do a Maggie impression there.
You did a Maggie.
Yeah, my parents named me Yerbert.
Oh, wow. Were they drinkers of the milk?
My parents are dead, man.
Oh, awkward.
Sorry about that.
So they weren't drinkers of the milk.
Yeah, I don't think they got an opportunity to accept the milk of the golden sheep before they passed.
All right.
Oh.
How do you feel about that?
I'll bring the milk to them in given time. I have confidence.
That's a good answer, because if it was going to be in the negative, I was going to be very suspicious about the healing properties of this milk. However, feeling pretty good about it.
And as you listen to Yerbert tell you all about the milk of the golden sheep, you see another person from across the street sort of waving as well. Jeffrey, can you please introduce us to your character?
Absolutely. You see, across the street, just the sexiest satyr that you have ever seen in your entire life.
Sarah didn't seem to have expected that.
He is shirtless.
Oh.
And you see his rippling abs,
Oh.
his muscular pectorals, and most importantly, his bare areolas. He has long
areolas.
That's the longest nipples in the world.
They're just hanging down, flopping.
He has the long flaxen hair of a god, and he is waving at you.
Oh my god.
We should also meet this new friend. this strange new friend. Let's see what that's all about as well.
Yerbert just calls to you and says, "All right, you guys were nice to meet. Come back again."
We will, Yerbert.
We're just going to do a lap of the town, meet all the important NPCs, and then we'll come back.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
We'll just look for the cursor over your head, mate. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Also, are you in the habit of locking your home? We're also surveying that.
Yeah, do you have a pre-programmed sleep-wake cycle? Is it going to be awkward if we're in there the night, or are you just going to be in there, like, standing still?
The milk wakes me up, man.
Nice, that's the answer I was hoping for.
Cue sound effect. Boing, boing, boing.
What is with this?
Striking stranger.
Stop raising expectations.
No need for sound effects. You have boing, 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 boing.
That's
That
true.
is all you need.
Oh, that's true. That's the ultimate win.
That's the new Blair noise.
Anyway, yeah, Blair, you go first. I'm very intimidated by this man and the many muscles I've never seen before in my entire life. What are they?
As you say that, you just see his pectoral muscles dance.
Oh, no.
Oh, and he's got good hearing as well.
Mm-hmm. As someone who has always lacked nipples as a non-mammal, it is something I've always been very self-conscious about.
We did confirm this.
Exactly.
Oh, but man, you've got so many great qualities as well. You've got your... And he looks at you.
Arboreal awareness.
That's it.
That one eye just flops down again.
Yeah, you got that. Brilliant.
I always feel that my nourishing milk is in the form of poetry, although it has been a while since I composed a poem. Nevertheless,
Do
let's
one now.
find out.
Yeah, go on, mate.
So many friends here in this town. The name I can't recall at the moment.
Perfect.
I may be a little out of practice.
I feel nourished.
And hey, new friend, if you want more of a taste of that, God, I'm getting this all mixed up. I'm very, very attracted to you. Which is not to say that you're not attractive to Yerbert, but I'm your Moonfire.
Hey there, guys. I'm really happy that it took you so long to come over here and say hello. I was waving for quite some time. It's a real shame you didn't notice me standing here the whole time, but how could you miss it with all of this, right? But, hey, so my name's Adagio. I'm kind of a big deal in town. I couldn't help but notice you staring longingly at that sheep, right?
Yeah, man, with the mega milk.
It's a very eye-catching centerpiece.
And the plinth is all right.
Yeah, the plinth is okay. That was made by some really good artisans in the town. That's all fine and
pretty
good.
decent.
The sheep, though, that thing is, that thing sucks.
Oh.
This is very contrary news to what we've heard already.
Oh, who'd you hear that from? That guy? And he points at Yerbert.
And Yerbert's over there just waving again. Happily.
Aw, Yerbert. I love him.
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, he's such a great guy, man. What about him?
Yeah, he's a really good guy, but you know, I gotta tell you the truth about that guy. He drank the milk.
Yeah, I know. It sounds amazing.
So far, your stories smash.
Yeah, it matches, but I gotta ask you a real question. Do you think that's normal? Milk coming out of a gold statue, man?
Now that you mention it. But we are very accustomed to all sorts of strange things. For example, I am a talking frog.
Yeah, man. I mean, and he just turns around and looks at the scene behind him, and it's just fucking D&D.
Chris Pine is there.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that freak. Ugh.
Do you have suspicions or fears of the milk?
Yeah, man. I mean, like, look at that dude, right? You see how happy he is? And he's waving, he's having a good time.
I do.
Jump waves back.
Yeah, that guy was chaotically depressed, man, like just a little bit ago.
Oh, yeah?
Chaotically depressed.
What's that like?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, he like wouldn't leave his home, he wouldn't talk to anybody. He said some really dark stuff.
Wow.
Oh, yeah? Hey, Blair, you do your streaming. Any of that come your way?
So far, no, there has been nothing about this kind of thing in the stream. Any of the streams that I've inhabited in the last week.
Okay, well, might be old news then. Well, hey, how long ago did he drink the milk?
How long ago?
Because that's the one thing we couldn't get from him.
Oh, I mean, like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really pay attention to other people. It could have been any time. But he stopped being sad, like, Think Adagio. Thinking Adagio days. How long ago was that?
Yerbert just calls out, "It's been a while."
Yeah, it's been a while. Hey, Yerbert.
Oh, hey, Adagio.
Yeah, hey, did you drink the milk before or after I shaved that part of my legs?
Which part? Which part?
Which part?
You know, the part, under under the tail, so you can really see everything that's happening there.
Long before that, yeah. It's been a while.
Oh, long before that. It's been a while.
I see. And so I'm just drinking all this in as me, the player.
It's a lot to process.
It is a lot to process. Voice from the ether. Now,
Don't mind me.
and off he goes. The thing is, Adagio.
Yeah.
I mean, can't speak for everyone here, but I was hearing some pretty good things about the milk. And not that I've ever been depressed or anything, no, but I mean, look over at Yerbert, and he looks over and he waves. He seems pretty cool.
Yeah, hey, let's slow down here for a second, man. I want you to really look at Yerbert. Really look at that guy.
Should we all roll perception?
Sure, and then based on what you get, I guess Christian will tell you what you see.
If it's under a certain amount, I'll tell you what you see. If it's over a certain amount, Christian will tell you.
I got a 24 perception, Christian.
Woof.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of ranks in perception. I really ought to do this more often.
Yeah.
It's not our fault we didn't realise you could do this.
Stupid Ellen.
So arrogant. 13 for me.
Margaret doesn't roll perception because she spent this entire conversation just staring slack-jawed at Adagio's pecs.
It looks like several members of the party are interested in Adagio for flings.
What?
That was a very top quality classical music joke.
That's very good, man.
Thank you.
Did you just have that one in the barrel waiting
I came
for
up with it in like 3 seconds after we heard his name, and then I've just been sat on it ever since, being like, oh,
Nice
I
one.
thought you'd seemed a little antsy.
You see, Yerbert's still kind of looking in your guys' general direction, but his eyes are kind of glazed over in this moment as he pulls from his waist a little leather pouch that he starts taking a sip from. And this white liquid's running down his chin.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit, that's what I was gonna say. Just glazed dead eyes and he's got milk on his chin.
To one of you, it looks great.
Now that you mention it, on closer inspection, the situation is slightly more harrowing than it initially seemed.
Yeah, he's like really weird. And I mean, look at that flabby, shapeless form he's got there too. That's pretty sad, but that's a whole different thing. I mean, it might be the milk. Milk's probably bad for you in that regard, right? I wouldn't know. I only eat healthy and work out every day.
And Yerbert's pinching a little bit of a muffin top, looking down at himself.
And then he shrugs and keeps chugging milk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like the thing I want to say is, do you really want to be a dead-eyed milk dribbler?
Potentially not. Maybe we should undertake a very dangerous quest to restore this man's misery.
Sounds like something we can do.
Maggie, do your thing.
She cracks her knuckles. Let's go. Let me tell you a story.
Don't flirt with me.
All about how.
I do want to say, like, while all of this is happening, it's like he's addressing all of this to Margaret in particular, because she is giving him attention.
I mean, Jump is practically climbing into him at this stage.
Jump's eyes are starting to glaze the more Adagio talks.
Yeah.
And he's like,
And Adagio is becoming aware of that too, and he starts winking at you. He'll break away from Margaret, wink at you, look back at Margaret, flex a muscle.
She's not making eye contact, don't worry.
Make a kissy face.
Nice. He is working the crowd.
Jump goes, like it's a sound from deep within that is at war with what's going on with his brain and his general concentration. And he just turns around to look back at Yerbert. Something about this man. And he waves.
Yerbert just gives you a hefty wink
Oh.
and just continues to smile.
By this point, has Morik already drunk milk from the statue?
Just going to ask.
yeah.
I don't know how to get the milk out. I'm still just standing there.
The milk is dribbling out like one of those Virgin Marys that cries.
Like one of those.
Yeah.
Mesa Issa, you might want to give that a minute. We are still finding out the fundamental facts.
I feel like Morik is probably not drunk it. It's just collecting in one of the many pouches he has. Thinks it might come in handy.
A waterproof pouch or just a suede one?
I have every kind of pouch.
Okay.
Of course, I have a waterproof pouch that is made of. It's made of like a seaweed bulb.
Okay.
A milk bag.
That's actually really fucking good. That makes perfect sense for Morik.
Yeah, I like that.
He was telling us about
So
that.
I'm not, because I feel like Morik's not really a milk drinker. So he's just collecting it. Seems like
fair.
there's something right about collecting this.
It's not vegan.
Yeah.
And Yerbert walks over to Morik and bumps pouches with Morik.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Hello, Poucher.
Are you just collecting some milk for later? Because, boy, I'm into that.
Yes, I feel like it might come in handy. I don't really know why. It seems lucky. And this sheep is beautiful.
Well, hey, it's real tasty. Give it a sip. That's all I'm saying.
I don't usually drink milk, but I will consider it.
Hey, Morik.
Yes,
Morik,
Jump.
you can summon that owl. That tired one. He'd probably love some of that get up and go milk.
That's true.
Milk me up before you go.
Hey, you, the attractive one. Yeah, you with the loot on your back. What's your name?
Jump looks around
Oh no.
and then does this like a both hands to chest and then quiet. Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh. Do you know what? I was beginning to get really bored of you, but now I can see the true beauty within you.
Oh yeah, I could see the boredom on your face. That was really evident.
Yeah, you're probably very used to that. And Jump's twirling his hair. I cast Mantle of Inspiration and grant myself a wondrous appearance.
Oh.
And his hair grows a couple of inches and little bits of eyeliner appear under his eyes. His trousers turn into jorts.
Adagio is very impressed.
Yeah, I can just turn that on and off.
How fucking smooth.
Yeah. Well, I can turn it on and then after about 10 minutes it turns off again. But pretty impressive all the same, right?
Yeah, 10 minutes is enough time to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, think of how many times you could do it.
Do what?
Wait, how many times can you do it in 10 minutes?
How many times can't you do it in 10 minutes?
I like you, man.
That's the
Hey,
question.
I wanted to tell
That's
you
the question
something.
that you Moonfire asks.
This is important. I love your idea. This idea of summoning some kind of, let's just call it, specimen to drink the milk for you so you can see how totally and righteously fucked up you're going to get when you drink it.
You're a specimen, Adagio.
Thanks, man.
Oh, okay. Well, it seems that things are pretty much in hand here. Some people drink the milk and are very happy. Some people don't drink the milk and are equally happy. I guess we should just leave them to
There are
it.
no problems here.
Let's go get that mirror.
Yay!
Hang on. Look, listen. As much as I do want the mirror because it has been a while since we've seen the real Morik, I've got to say I'm curious. Are you not curious about this milk? I mean, this could either be the solution to all of our problems, especially you, Maggie, or it could be, I don't know, just be an interesting thing, something to tell Grumpo. You don't want to be like, oh, Grumpo, we only thought of you on the journey. It was great. We wanted to, treat him mean, keep him keen. I learned that from Adagio.
Yeah, sure did. Could I give you another justification for your quest, man?
Yes, please.
Yeah, there's no mirrors in town.
They're all at my house.
Why have I never thought of that? Just tell them that the thing that they want to do as a tangent doesn't exist.
Smart.
Why am I here?
You see, all the mirrors were smashed because the milk drinkers really didn't like looking at themselves.
Yerbert just calls out to you, hey, that's not true. I love looking at myself.
Yeah, but you got a mirror? Do you do it a lot, huh?
No.
That's what I thought.
Listen, Adagio's just a rude little unhappy man who wants nobody else to be happy, okay? He's trying to convince everybody here that the milk's dumb, but he's the only dumb one, all right?
a compelling argument.
That's a good point.
Hey, I'm not dumb, and I'm very happy because I have a very successful business, okay? Very successful.
Yeah, all right, we get it. You're a very talented performer here, and everybody likes watching your plays.
Yeah, they do.
I get it.
They love it.
I've been to a couple, and you were great in that last one.
You did. I signed your playbill.
The sound of, I don't even remember the title, but it was really good.
Yeah, you don't need to remember the title. You need to remember that part underneath it. It says starring who?
It actually says that on the sign. Starring who? Adagio.
Starring Adagio.
That's right.
I get it, man. But hey, listen. Let us be and stop trying to make fun of us. Because we really like this thing we have here. And you don't have to make us feel stupid for it, okay? When you miss a line in your show, I don't walk up to you after the show and say, hey, you're stupid for missing a line. Do I?
I think we all need to slow down here and just take a moment to reflect and absorb what he just did. You see
How
that?
shall we reflect if there are no mirrors?
Hey!
A good one, man. I like that. But here's the thing. So what he just did there is a type of rhetorical fallacy called an ad hominem attack. Do you get that? He called me dumb, and he told me that I'm trying to call them dumb. I didn't call them dumb. I called them milk dribblers. I mean, look at that milk on his chin. That's just fat.
Does dribble an awful lot of milk.
That's right.
You want to know what the milk has done for this whole town?
Yes.
Look around.
Oh,
Look how beautiful it is. We didn't have half of this stuff before the sheep came along.
Chris Pine's there.
All right?
Are we the only two people on the street?
No, there's quite a few people in town, and as you look around, give me a perception check.
Okay.
I love this.
10.
Natural one.
Natch 20. Sorry, Natto 20.
Oh, okay.
Mark's still involved in the shape 5.
Mark, the idea of drinking the milk is becoming more and more appealing to you.
Ooh.
All right.
But Maggie, you see that there is probably an even split of people with milk dribbling down their chin and people without milk
Holy
dribbling down their
crap.
chin walking around the town. It is
God.
about 50-50.
Does the town seem to be functioning? That's what I want to know.
Yes,
Job done.
but you can tell that the milk dribblers don't seem to be interacting with the non-milk dribblers.
I've always said segregation is a good thing.
All right, gonna log off the call.
That was a
Just distance myself from this.
that was a joke for Adagio. I made a joke because you're attractive.
Oh, that was in character?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
Can be hard to tell.
Shut up, Blair.
Listen, I give tours of this place if you guys want to see all the great things that we've gotten because of the milk and the sheep, all right?
Do want to see that.
So
I
just
do want to see that.
don't just listen to Adagio saying all this is worthless and stupid, all right? We have a lot of good things because of the sheep.
Yeah, and we also have a lot of good things in spite of the sheep. Because if you want to spend a real good time tonight, how about I give you free tickets to one of my show and you're not going to drink any milk there. You're going to have wine. You're going to see a good show. It's going to be great.
Oh, guys, this is very difficult because Yobert makes some good points, but Adagio's very attractive.
I think maybe for the purposes of focus, we should split the group, and perhaps Jump and Maggie should go with Yerberg.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I wrote the name down, but my fucking handwriting sucks. Yerberg.
Yerbert?
Yerbert.
Yeah, whichever.
Yerbert.
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 So, no, I just want to be clear, Blurg, you're saying you are Bagsying Adagio.
I somehow, well, if we can get Morik away from the statue,
Hey.
then potentially, yes.
No.
Oh, right.
Probably
We
for
might
the
be able
best.
to maintain more objectivity.
Right. Unless we drink the milk.
Yeah, and it's probably for the best that we're all kept away from temptation, especially Morik and the milk. And
No.
I just think temptation's probably a bad idea today.
Blair is also considering the milk, so
As sound as the logic is, though, Morik, you want to hear more of what Yerba
Yeah.
has to say.
And I do want to stare at his pecs some more, so.
I'll go with your bird.
All right. Tell you what, me and Morik, we've had a pretty good history and friendship. We've got a real good chemistry
Yes.
going on, I imagine.
Yes.
Why don't we go together and I will be the voice of reason with Yobert and his milk.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Voice of reason.
Well, look, Maggie, they're all adults. They can make their own decisions. They're all adults. They can make their own decisions. Yeah, do as you like. I can't tell you what to do.
Classic Maggie.
They're all adults. It's not your fault.
Off you go then. Good luck with the hot one.
All right, Blurg.
Hey, Yerbo, we were just talking about you.
No.
Okay, when does the show start? Like, 'cause I assume their tour can start immediately. We may have some hanging out time to deal with.
Afternoon matinee.
Right now. This is the show.
Yeah, like incredible. You arrived just in time for the matinee.
Oh boy.
Shocking.
Excellent. I like getting home at a reasonable time.
Yeah, I agree, Blurg. An early matinee, and then you can get dinner nice relaxed after, and you can be home by 9. Beautiful.
Yeah, we should totally get dinner afterwards. I'm not hungry. I don't eat today. I'm not going to eat. I'm not hungry.
That's right. Maggie doesn't eat today.
Oh, I get it. A day of fast. That's how you keep in such good shape.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I've heard of that. I do. I've got, the one. Yeah, I do it. 'Cause I've done keto before.
Whoa, you're going to have to tell me about keto. I don't know what the hell that is.
Master of the dark arts. Keto. The wizard.
Anyways, come on. You're going to love the show. I don't remember the name. Honestly, I don't remember the lines, but it's going to be great.
I'm sure it will be.
Sounds good. Speaking of fad diets, have you ever tried existing on pond scum? Highly recommend it.
Oh, man, that sounds like one of those purge things. You got to tell me about that.
It turns out Blurg's also got ripped abs.
Yeah, that's probably true.
You've seen his fat art.
You hiding those muscles under that clothes there, man? Yeah, you got to let them out. Let them breathe.
My modesty forbids it.
Oh, I get it. You'll get over that.
This may be a very illuminating show for us all. Let us go. And then go and put the noises in as they walk away. Put them in, Paul. Put them in.
And I better hear those clacking of my hooves.
Also, Jen got those clogs. Well, they're more like flip-flops made of wood.
Yes. Maggie is wearing flip-flops made from
but
steel.
do you remember that necromancer cast a spell of silence on all of you?
On our feet.
And so you split off into two. Two of you following Yerberg and two of you following Adagio.
Clacking.
Yerberg, where are you taking them to show them the positive aspects of the golden sheep?
So Yerbert takes Morik and jump. Not too far. It's probably about a block away. And there's this beautiful giant golden bowl in the ground with steaming white liquid in the inside. And there are a couple people sitting there in what looks like a hot tub. And Yerbert says, well, first, we just like to enjoy ourselves around here. And one of the most common places to go to is the hot tub. As you can see right here, it fits a hefty amount of milk enjoyers. So, feel free to enjoy yourselves, milk enjoyers. And he winks.
What about the milk curious? Because I'm not...
Hey, if you need to experiment a little bit, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Try whatever you want to try.
All right, so just having a dip in this is not the same as in drinking the milk. It's not going to immediately have an effect, right?
It's
just a little dip.
Unless you like drinking hot tub water. Then
He does have a record of hot tub water.
I mean, hot, la-di-da. But listen, I am already mostly naked. He refers to his jorts. So, do you know what? I'm gonna. What's it called? I'm gonna roll perspection. I'm not used to it, but
Perspiration.
whatever it is, I'll give it a go. That was a 3, Sarah.
It looks incredibly inviting. And you don't think that the milk steam will affect you in any way?
Cannonball! Fantasy cannonball.
Oh no.
I think it's just a cannonball.
What's a cannonball?
They have those in Fantasyland.
Oh, Blair, you're here too. He's 1 hour a day.
Cut to Blur and he's like twitching on the floor having had an out-of-body experience.
All right, yeah, jumps in it. Didn't even take off his jorts.
Oh, nice.
Mate, you splash milk all over the other people in the hot tub, but
God.
they don't
You
seem
stop
to
it.
mind. In fact, they kind of open their mouths a little bit to invite
Oh
the
god.
splash in.
Oh god.
I know, hot, right?
Can you give me a wisdom saving throw jump?
Certainly can. This is my strong suit. No, 20.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just a normal hot tub to you.
Oh, brilliant. I had some suspicions because you weren't as attractive as Adagio, but you're actually all right. Because this milk sauna is tits.
The golden tits, right?
What? No, just normal ones.
Hey, listen.
Mark, what's he talking about?
Listen. You can see that everybody around here's pretty happy. We're just enjoying our life the way that we want to. We get to do that because of the sheep.
Yeah, right.
We've got plenty of stuff like this around town. We even have little doggies that just showed up. Everybody likes little doggies.
I love doggies.
We just have... The golden sheep has blessed us with so much that we did not have before, and I am thankful for it. And I hope one day you find the beauty in this too, and you find yourself being thankful for the golden sheep and the golden teats milk.
I mean, we're all about the GTM around here, but he turns around like just washing his pits. Tell me, Yerbert, this milk experience, are you saying that to sup of the milk means no bad thoughts ever again?
There's just something about it that makes you appreciate life for what it is. Instead of focusing on the bad, you get to focus on the good. Haven't you always wanted to focus on the good?
I mean, find the one good thing.
I mean, I'm a pretty positive guy anyway, but I mean, that would be nice to always think about the positive things in life.
Yerbert pulls his little milk pouch off of his side and unpops the top and starts to slowly bring it into you, offering you some from his milk pouch, his personal milk pouch.
Wow.
And Jump kind of timidly leans in, lips puckering for milk. And then he stops and goes, this ain't going to affect my looting, is it? Because that's number one priority. Happiness is like second. Oh. But I don't want it to like smooth all the things out, so I never play, I don't want to play like new prog folk. I want to play ye olde prog folk.
Well, could you play a little bit right now, and then after you drink it, you can play again and we can see?
I mean, that doesn't answer my question, but I don't see any issues with this. All right. He takes the loot, the sodden, milk-soaked loot off his back, gives it a good shake, and goes, milk. Okay.
Silk.
Yeah, silk.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay. Silk of milk. Ilk of milk.
Good. Keep going. Keep going.
This is a milky song. That's a 22.
That's a pretty good performance check, yeah.
A pretty good performance.
Yeah.
Yerbert is like hopping on his heels because he was enjoying it so much.
Aww.
You see, it's pretty good. I've dedicated a lot of time to it. Time which I haven't spent drinking milk, and I don't want the drinking milk side of things to, tip the balance in favour of the milk so that the loot stops being my best thing.
You said your name's Jump, right?
It's actually Yoomp.
Oh,
now, but there's a long story behind that. Whatever you want, man. Free and easy over here in Milkland.
Well, listen, you're such a good performer, and honestly, I think you're better than Adagio.
Okay.
I think...
You just hear his voice on the distance.
So he gets out of pot of experience.
Come on.
Yeah, somewhere in the distance, every hair on Adagio stands on end and he shivers.
I think if you stick around, you might have your own place to play here. The sheep would grant it.
Ooh. No way. Whether I was good or not. And if I was drinking the milk, I wouldn't even care if I was good or not. He leans in and accepts the milk.
God.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Wait.
What?
Should we continue the tour? And then we'll have the milk. You know when you go on a tour and at the very end, that's when you get the presents?
Yeah.
Why don't we do that at the end?
Yeah, I got the...
I can give you mushrooms in replacement of milk.
It's a milk substitute made of mushrooms. I call it mushrooms.
I mean, look, Jump, don't let me stop you if that's what you want to do, but In a traditional tour, the presents come at the end.
Jump swallows the milk. I hate tradition.
Give me
I stamp on the line that's tradition.
give me another wisdom saving throw, but this time with disadvantage.
Oh no.
Well, the first one's a natto 1-0.
Oh, great. Don't think you can do lower than that.
No. Next one's a 17, though, so,
Oh, that's great. So
agree to disagree.
that was the best choice you've ever made. The milk is going to help you. The sheep is going to help you. You are on the right track.
And Jump immediately puts his loot into drop D and goes, sheep a deep.
Keep going. It's good.
Weep a leap. I only live for the sheep now. I rolled a 10. It's noticeably worse.
Oh no.
Over at Adagio's theatre.
Oh no. Oh god. I'm in trouble.
What sort of play is happening right now, and how good are the seats that you were able to get, Maggie? And how packed is the house for your matinee performance?
Okay, so it's a really nice theater. You two have box seats.
Oh.
You have box seats, but you can't help but notice that exactly half of the seats are empty.
I see.
And the show you're seeing, now that you're here, is actually a tragedy.
Ah.
It is a story about families being torn apart, about children leaving their parents, about lovers separating, and the whole time there is a shadow of something fluffy and woolly looming over the stage.
I think that this play may have some sort of political statement as well.
You also happen to notice that a lot of people in the audience are weeping. They are crying.
Including Margaret.
Margaret, what do you think the meaning of this play might be?
I don't think it's about love. It's probably about love. Sorry, these things get me, you know. They've got kiddies in it. Oh. What are we doing here again?
What part is Adagio playing in all of this?
All of them.
A lot of them. But primarily he's playing the role of the narrator right now. And we're nearing the end of the show. The stage has become desolate and dark. And Adagio walks center stage as a spotlight hits him. And he opens his mouth and he says, "Yea, verily. As our play has taught us, you can see that we are in a moment of strife. We are on the precipice of disaster. We must all band together for the children, for the lovers, for our future.
Definitely a political bent.
Or else we shall succumb to cataclysm." And in that moment, child actors come on stage. They're all played by adults. They come and they take Adagio's hand on either side, and then the rest of the company come and join hands. And slowly, it fades to black.
They were holding hands, Blake.
That was a very powerful piece of theatre.
It's a metaphor for love.
Then the lights snap back on, and Adagio's like, "Hey, yeah!" And he takes a huge bow, and the people in the audience are throwing him flowers, and he's blowing kisses. Like, "Yeah, I love all of you. You're so great. Thank you for not drinking the sheep's milk, because if you did, I mean, like, you saw what would happen."
It was in the play.
It was in the play?
Yeah, if you got any other questions, be sure to refer to the director's note in the playbill. It'll help explain everything. Anyways, thank you. See you outside.
Do we have a copy of the playbill?
Yeah.
Can we have a look at that director's note, please?
Yes. You open the playbill, and most of it is the director's note. It's very long, and it's very repetitive, but it mostly says, "The sheep will be the end of all of us."
Oh, no. I'd like to meet this director, but I fear that we do not have enough performers to do so. So, I see. This paints a very damning view of the sheep and the sheep's milk. But one thing that I noticed that we have not found out is where this sheep has come from and what the milk exactly is.
That's a good point, Blurg. It does scream cult, doesn't it? I don't want to throw that word around, but it is a little... something a bit off about it, right?
No, indeed.
Not just me.
I think you might be correct. We have, after all, experienced more than our fair share of cults over the years.
Do you think it was very irresponsible of us to leave Jump and Morik with the other one?
It seems perfectly balanced to me. Jump is an impetuous and chaotic soul, but Metza Isa is the forest father, first of all committed to the welfare of the woodland folk. I'm sure that he, if not Jump, shall be able to maintain a level head.
He does carry around a bag of mushrooms, Blurg. May I?
All the better to see the truth with.
Hey, they don't affect me in the same way.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is, it's weird. It's a weird place. Not sure how I feel about anyone. It's hard to put my thoughts together because every time I'm standing in front of that one with the, and she just gestures to a whole front area. Like, I find it very hard to concentrate on words and things.
I see.
But I do get the impression that this isn't great, and I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about just, taking something to make all of your problems. I don't think you should run away from your problems, is what I'm saying. I think you should stand and face them, and if you're feeling sad, you should just stay there and face them and maybe talk about it with the person you love and not worry. She was just staring blankly into the distance.
You're right, and you've always taken that approach to life, and it has benefited you well. By the way, how's Joan?
I don't think I've any of her letters. We've been moving so fast. I've not actually written her anything in her. I sent her a postcard from where was that one when we were in the tree?
Ah, yes, the tree one. I remember it well.
Yeah. I wrote her one then, but to be honest, I was a bit grumpy with the whole Jump thing going on. So
we were also all quite drunk.
Oh yes. But I haven't heard anything back. But I think it's because we're moving so fast.
That'll be it.
Certainly
that'll be it.
Yeah. Anyway, do you think we could go just do some investigating and stuff? And
using my Shadowfell tattoo, and he unveils it, and it's like a very small guitar riff, and then he just stops and he's just stood there holding his sleeve up. Very small guitar riff.
And wait a second. Let me just get the piece of paper out where the tattoo artist told me what he put on me. My. Oh, well, I guess I've forgotten what it is. I'll work it out later. Activate.
Fuck, we're good at this. Activate whatever it was. Do we do it, Sarah? Do we solve the puzzle?
Yeah. Let me pull up the file with the tattoos in, just so I know what Margaret activated in a theatre.
God, and here I am trying callbacks thinking they'll remember this.
No. I barely remember my character's name.
Daggy?
Coiling Grasp! It was Coiling Grasp.
It's Margaret.
She activates it and it grips Blurg and we have to wait for a while until it wears off. You know what? That was unfair of me. I'm sorry. And she touches him and she freezes for a while too. Solidarity!
But you did that about 30 seconds into the fix, so then I have to wait another 30 seconds afterwards.
Can we, should we maybe go find out some more information from that really fit guy?
Yes. Let's do that.
Cool. You're going to have to do the talking, though.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, I think I'm best suited to do both the interrogation and the sneaking around. So let's do one and then the other, and you can also be there.
I can talk. No, it's fine. I'll talk. I can do this.
I don't believe you.
So we sneak down. Can we go backstage or wherever you're doing your meet and greet? So
yeah, stage door.
I assume we have VIP access. I assume.
Oh, for sure.
We flash our passes
and then some.
Yeah.
You want some of this, do you?
You walk backstage past a bunch of flats and colorful scenery, and you go outside and you see Adagio is greeting an adoring crowd, but they also seem kind of sad. And he's signing playbills, and he's shaking hands and giving them a pat on the shoulder and saying things like, "Hey, we're gonna get through this, all right?
Oh my God.
Just remember, believe in yourself, but more importantly, believe in me."
Give me the playbill blurg and I'll go get it signed and you do whatever you were going to...
I think maybe we should stick together, actually.
Okay. Can I do some investigation roll, please?
Sure, what are you investigating? What are you investigating? You need to tell me. You can't just walk outside and go, investigation roll.
Do the next bit of the story, Sarah.
Can I perceive whether this side of town are like extra sad for like an unnatural reason?
Like a cause for the sadness.
Are they just normal levels of miserable?
You know, like real world levels of miserable.
Like me.
I just want to like, is our choice here just crazy, deluded happy, or just totally miserable all the time? Or Adagio?
That's not a choice.
Give me that roll.
Or maybe he's hiding it.
God, this village is feeling very Elden Ring at the moment.
That was an 8. How many of them are made of stone?
All of them. With an 8, you can't tell, but you think that the sadness is derived from circumstance rather than any magical influence.
Okay. Adagio, we can't help but notice that there are an awful lot of very unhappy people in this side of town. I wonder, is it simply because you're missing those who drank the milk?
Whoa, hey man, it's good to see you. Did you like the show?
Oh yes, I often forget the beginning of conversations. Hello. Yes, I enjoyed the show a great deal. You were wonderful.
Very, very good.
Oh, thank you, man. Did you like the handhold part?
I did.
The handhold part was very good.
Yeah, I thought that was really good. And we added that at the last second in the tech. It was weird.
It's beautiful.
Incredible. It feels so organic.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, you asked a question. What was it?
Yes, absolutely. I was asking about the crushing sadness that we feel in this part of town, and whether or not it is more explicable than it appears. Is it motivated by sadness?
When you say that, a woman near Adagio just erupts in tears.
For example, that. Your acting is very powerful, but is there perhaps another reason that everybody here is kind of bummed out?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know if it's related or anything, but you know all the milk dribblers?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're related to people, right?
Oh.
There's children in that group, there's lovers, there's husbands, wives, partners. They're all like, connected to somebody, and, you know, yeah, they're all being super happy and stuff, but
they're not themselves.
They're not talking to their family or, being themselves anymore, and it's kind of a bummer, man.
That does sound like a bummer.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Can I ask, when the sheep appeared, was there anything else you remember about that day or about its appearance that might help explain where it came from?
Yeah, let me think back. That was a while ago. Hey, Sarah, do I know anything about this?
Oh, yeah. I always got a pre-shaved leg.
You know that it just appeared one day in the center of town, not on a plinth.
Just appeared.
There was a sheet over it as well, and it was laying on its side as if someone had left it here by mistake.
Oh, yeah. I'm starting to remember. I'm going back on the clock in Adagio days, right? And that was leg day. I remember it now. Yeah, particularly good one. You know, I had my sweat going. It was really good. I was up super early doing a jog, and I came back into town, and I just tripped right over some weird sheeted thing.
I see. And that was the sheep.
Well, I didn't know that immediately. Wow, you're really clever. You just jumped like 5 steps of the story. Let me get there. Yeah, oh man. Do you write plays?
Ooh.
I feel like you do really good twit. Anyways, I tripped over it. I went, ow, man, my shin. It hurt really bad. And then I didn't want to, but I swore at the sheet. I was mad. And then I pulled it off so I could curse at it more appropriately. and that's when I saw it was a golden sheep. And it was like, this white stuff trickling out of teats on it. And there was this huge drag mark in the ground, like somebody just dragged it on over and left it there.
And you were at no stage curious to try the dribbles?
Hey man, can I be straight with you?
Yes.
Yeah, that is a foreign object with something dripping out of it. At exactly no point was I interested in drinking from it.
That is very fair. Yes, if anything, it is the behavior of the drinkers that is more inexplicable than yours. We have perhaps had the experience of drinking this milk normalized for us by our exposure to the other side of your society.
Yeah, but you know that normalization's even weirder because, like, at the time, I would have been the first person to drink from it. But now, so many people have drank from it, I ain't seen them clean it once.
Oh dear.
Can I speak to the lady who was crying?
Yeah?
We maybe hugged for a while and cried about the holding hands part. Sorry, I'm supposed to be working. Can I just ask, have you, like, lost people to this milk thing?
This is also me, right, Sarah?
It can be if you want it to be, yeah. I don't mind a little vacation.
No, like, you know what, Sarah? Do your job. Come on in here.
Yes, little old lady, please, Sarah.
Come on in. Join us.
The woman looks over to you, Margaret, and goes, "My brother,
Yeah.
we used to be so close, and then he was swayed by the tit liquid."
Tit liquid.
That's incredibly serious and sad.
I must say, I'm a little suspicious of this old lady. Her accent is very different from the other two inhabitants of this town we've spoken with so far.
Yeah, we've got a very localized dialect here.
That street.
But she's from out of town, which makes it even harder because she came here alone, just with her brother.
Oh.
And now her brother won't talk to her anymore.
Oh, no.
Oh, and he won't talk at all now he's on this milk stuff.
Well, he smiles a lot and he says a lot of things, but I mean, it's mostly like, have you drank the milk today?
So it's not like it's really him anymore.
No, I can't say that's what he was like before.
It's very serious.
Yeah.
This is like the time that Yump got into CrossFit.
Whoa!
Remember when he wouldn't wear anything but lycra and he just wouldn't stop shaking ropes and telling us about
And they all said CrossFit on them.
Yeah, they all said CrossFit. They all said Gymshark.
Gymshark.
And we were like,
Whoa.
you can just buy cheaper stuff that's just as good. And he was like, no, it's much better. It wicks the sweat.
No, you can't buy the cheap stuff. It chafes you, and then that's bad.
Thank you.
Again, Yump having his out-of-body experience.
Across town.
Across town.
At that moment, a grey-haired man in a sweater vest starts to approach the
I don't
crowd.
know why that's funny.
It was funny, though.
Adagio, you recognise this man as the person that owns the theatre where you're putting on this play.
Oh, no.
And he surveys the crowd and he goes, "Oh, I just watched the performance and I've got to say, I'm not a fan of this slander of the golden sheep."
Hey, I mean, I didn't see a sheep. No one said the word sheep, I don't think.
Poppycock, you know what you've done.
Yeah, man, I mean, all my art is self-demonstrative.
I will no longer stand for this performance to be staged in my theatre.
Oh, now hold on a second. We don't got enough troupe members anymore to do the other plays we normally do. That would be a really big hit to us.
I don't think you understand. I will no longer tolerate you performing anything in my theatre.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't understand that. But, what am I supposed to do then?
I can tell you one thing you could do.
Oh, no.
Nah, man, are you gonna say something rude?
No, you could drink the milk.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't know. Getting hard out here.
Oh, one last thing. Has anyone ever observed whether or not the effects of the milk wear off in time.
Well, it started way back when I shaved that part of my leg.
Oh, yes.
And that was a while ago.
It was a while ago.
And it hasn't worn off yet. But maybe it's because I just keep drinking the milk. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps we should regroup with our fellows to see what they've learnt on their side of the town. We're getting a pretty conclusive side of the conversation here.
Yes, I'm sure they'll have concluded the same thing.
Anyways, you got a job.
Well, let's see how many of the other two are still alive.
Yeah.
Cuts the jump. Hey, I've just thought of a new song. It's called Sheep Rhymes. Beep a sheep, weep a sheep, deep a sheep, leap a sheep, neep a sheep, as in turnips from that one plate. Steep a sheep, heap a sheep. Deep as sheep, everyone. I want to thank Christian and Jeffrey so much for coming on. As you might have been able to tell, it was a pretty fun record. We've got one more of these to come, so make sure you tune in next week, fortnight, on Quest Fantastic, who was Jen Blundell as Margaret Bowerhammer, Neil Hild as Morik, Paul Silt as Blech, Paul Goodman as John Findenden, and Sarah Keeper as everyone else. Music and editing by me. Wonderful performances from Jeffrey and Christian from Roll and Tell. If you like what you hear, then you definitely should check out Roll and Tell. You didn't think about having 3 definitelys in your promo, did you guys? Well, that's why I'm here. The Proman. But definitely check out Roll and Tell. It's 2 players, no games master, everything decided by the roll of the dice. It is incredible stuff, and they tell a wonderful story. And if you like what you hear, again, but about us, and you would like to support us, you can do so over on Patreon at patreon.com/questfantastic, where for as little as $1 a month, everybody gets access to exclusive content such as Gab Quest, our fortnightly talkback that gets personal, weird, and grammar-based, and gets access to a few little TTRPG mini-series such as our game of Fiasco, I Have the High Ground, which Jen and I plays, and more to come. And if that's not enough, you have the satisfaction of supporting us for keeping the lights on, for keeping Paul in chicken, and the rest of us with the means to send him chicken. Thank you so much to everybody who has already become a patron. We hope you feel special because you are. But if you just want to listen to the main show and support us that way, that is totally fine, and thank you for everything, Grumpo Duclaw, to you. My cat just came in at that moment and looked extremely confused. Maybe because I'm talking about another cat. Make sure you check out the episode description for a link to Roll and Tell and to all of our various Fingers in Pies, merch, the music from episodes 1 to 24, the website, the Discord, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time on Monday, wait for it, the 27th of March. That's so far off in the future, I'm going to sell all my stocks now. You can keep them, mister. And in that time, I hope to see you returning for some Quest Fantastic. Goodbye. Sorry, my headphones are fucking up, so I'm...
No, it's fine.
What do you mean, jump?
That's what I'll call my ears.
He says things like this sometimes, and it makes me feel very uncomfortable.
I am taken out of place.
I'm learning a lot. Fuck's sake. Why?
It's really I don't understand why you have to plug it into a live pig. It's so inconvenient.
Yeah, the DVR pig.
A reference that was lost on everyone that hasn't combed through the episodes with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah.